Welcome back. Today we will be discussing what to do if the police tries to arrest you.
It's going down for real.
Let's hope that you or no one you know is ever arrested. But if you are, then you should know what your rights are and how to deal with the law. Let's start by seeing who all can arrest you. A person can be arrested by a police officer, or a magistrate, or even a private person.
Did you know that any private person, including yourself, have the right to make a private person's arrest under Section 43 of the Code of Criminal Procedure? If that person commits a non-bailable and a cognizable offence in your presence, or if that person is a proclaimed offender.
But let's talk about the most common form of arrest. That is, arrest by a police officer.
A police officer can make an arrest either with a warrant or without a warrant. A police officer can arrest without a warrant only in cognizable cases. And for non-cognizable cases, he must have a warrant of arrest
From a magistrate.
Now you may ask, what are cognizable and non-cognizable cases and how will we know the difference?
The exact offences which fall into the two categories are given in a schedule at the end of Code of Criminal Procedure.
But one of the main differences between the two is that a police officer can arrest in cognizable cases without a warrant. But for non-cognizable cases, he must have a warrant from a magistrate. For our understanding, let's just say that the cognizable cases are those which are the bigger crimes and have a punishment of 3 years or more. For example, murder, cheating, stalking, grievous hurt, rape, etc. You can easily Google and find out which offences are cognizable and which are not. It is important to know that just because a person is arrested does not make him a criminal. He has the right to be treated with humanity, dignity, and respect.
So let's find out what are the rights of an arrested person.
If you are ever arrested, you have a right to be informed of the grounds of your arrest. This right is granted to you by Article 22 of the Constitution of India and also by Section 50 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. It is the duty of the police officer to inform you of the grounds of arrest and also whether the offence is bailable or non-bailable and what are the conditions and amount of bail.
It is important that you don't try to resist the arrest, as the police officer has the right to use force in order to effect your arrest.
It's better that you know your rights and stay calm instead of trying to resist the arrest. Moving on to the second right. If you are arrested for a non-cognizable case under a warrant of arrest, you have the right to see that warrant of arrest. This right is granted under Section 75 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. The warrant of arrest has to fulfill certain minimum requirements. It has to be in writing and signed by the presiding officer of the court and should bear the seal of the court, address of the accused, and indicate the offence with which he is charged. If any of these are missing, know that the warrant is illegal and cannot be executed. As per a recent amendment of the Code of Criminal Procedure, it is required that the police officer must be wearing an accurate, visible, and clear identification of his name, like this name tag. This is required by Section 41B of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Furthermore, it is required that a memo of arrest must be prepared. It has to be attested by a witness and countersigned by the arrested person. Moving on, you have a right not to be handcuffed. As per a ruling of the Supreme Court, a police officer shall not handcuff an arrested person unless he is violent or a desperate character or likely to escape or commit suicide. One of the most important rights is that you have a right not to be detained for more than 24 hours without being presented before a magistrate. This ensures that there are no unlawful arrests and illegal detentions. This is a fundamental right under Article 22 of the Constitution of India, and also a statutory right under Section 57 of the Code of Criminal Procedure and also 76 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. As per a recent requirement, you also have the right to inform a family member, a relative, or a friend about your arrest under Section 50 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Another very important right. You have a right to consult an advocate of your choice. If you are arrested and interrogated by the police, this is a very important right, as the advocate would know what to say and what not to, and what your rights are. This right is granted to you by Section 41D of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Our advice? Better get a good one. Further, as per Section 54 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, you shall undergo a medical examination on being arrested. This ensures that when you're presented before a local magistrate, he will have access to your medical report. And this way, the police cannot indulge in custodial violence or custodial torture. The last and one of the most important rights granted to an arrested person is that you have a right to remain silent under Article 20, Clause 3 of the Constitution of India. This fundamental right, which we seldom exercise in our everyday lives, is of vital importance, as it ensures that the police cannot extract self-incriminatory statements from an arrested person without his will or against his consent. It is important that every citizen of India is aware of his rights and the procedure of law. As we always say, know your rights and don't be a dummy. If you enjoyed our episode today, show us some love and give us a thumbs up. Share our video and comment telling us what you'd like to learn ASAP next week. Subscribe to our channel and keep watching.